I'm faced with another challenging project today in my shop, and that is to get this engine behind me running. I have an old Kawasaki engine here that had a carburetor that a customer of mine dropped off because he couldn't get the carburetor opened up. And I'm going to do my best to see if I can't get that taken care of for him. The problem with the carburetor was that somebody tried to take this bolt off the bottom and they scuffed it all up that where a normal socket would not fit on that. But I have a little trick that I tried and it worked because I was able to get it apart. And I want to share with you the trick that I have sometimes that works, not always, but sometimes works when you're faced with a nut that's partially there and partially gone. This is the inside of a normal socket, and you can see how that tapers down just a little bit inside the socket. Well, the trick that I do is I grind the end of the socket down just a little bit so that I've got a full grip on all 6 corners and not halfway up the bolt. And just grinding just a little bit off your socket, it doesn't hurt your socket, it doesn't hurt anything about your socket, but it does give you the full grip, where a lot of these sockets don't have that. That's a trick that someone taught me and I'm sharing it with you. Here's the carburetor. I soaked it in gasoline. I soaked it in my ultrasonic cleaner for a little bit, and now I'm just going to take little brushes and make sure all the little openings inside the carburetor are open, along with spraying my parts cleaner through all the holes. And something else that I found about this carburetor is this little thing right here, this fuel flapper, it was catching. And I think at one time or other somebody had this carburetor off and they had that out, and it was misaligned, which it wouldn't let the engine idle down, and that was, in my opinion, the main problem of this whole carburetor, because all these other parts, the needle valve, the float, everything about this looks like it's in really good shape. So I think all I'm going to have to do is clean these holes out and bolt it on, and we'll see if it'll run. I'm just checking to see if all these little holes are opened that I can find on here. That's that one's opened. There's one down inside here that needs opened. And if I could see in there, I need to get that checked also. I think my brush is just a hair too big. Do I got one smaller? No, I don't. I'm going to blind you with my light here for a minute, but I got to see down in there. Okay, I believe everything in this carburetor is in good shape. So let's put it back together if we can. Let's make sure this little gasket's gonna still fit in there and seal. It's got kind of out of shape, and I'm not sure why. I didn't put anything on it, but it was pliable yesterday when I took it off, and now it isn't. So we're just gonna wiggle it around a little bit and get some of the kinks worked out of it and see if we can't get it back on there. All I'm doing now is just giving it a little tension and stretching it just a little. For some reason that shrank. Okay, I think It'll go down in there just fine. But let's make sure this is all cleaned out here yet. This little hole right here had a adjustment screw in it. Yep, that's good shape. I'm going to put just a little lubricant on this gasket here. I'm going to spray, I don't know if this is a mistake or not, but I'm going to spray a little WD-40 on it. I don't know. I'm going to have to stretch this somehow. And I don't want to tear it. Worst case scenario, I have to get a kit for it. But I want to make sure the thing's going to run before I do that. Make sure there's nothing else wrong with it. Sometimes it just takes a lot of patience, and I'll be the first to admit, look at that, it's going right in place. I think that'll work. Let's put the needle valve and the float back on. And for that, I just have to slide the needle valve into that slot and get a pin ready. And I'm going to drop it down into the, you know what, I'm going to make sure that's open first. It is. That's opened. I just sprayed through there. And I got some of that on my daggone gasket now. Okay, you slip the needle valve in there, rubber part down, pointy part down, then all you do is slip this little pin back in place. And you get it lined up. It should go in without any resistance, and it does. And there, the needle valve's in. See if it works. I'll check it. The way I check that is I put my mouth over this and I blow, and with the float down, it blows through easily, and then I push the float up without hardly any pressure and see if it closes it, and it does. So that's working perfectly. Now let's get this gasket in place. I'm still struggling with this gasket, and like I said, patience goes a long way with this. So what I did is I slipped it over the edge of the bowl and let that stretch it out equally on all sides, and I'm pushing it down now to see if I can't get it to stretch just a little bit so it sits in there the way it's supposed to. I don't remember how this bowl was on there actually, and I'm not sure it even matters, but it bolts onto the carburetor like this. So I'm going to put this screw out this way here so that it's easy to reach, and we'll see if that's right. I don't know if it is or not. Well, let's see if this stretched enough. If it hasn't, I'm wondering if I put just a little bit of heat on it, if that would make a difference. Well, that isn't going to be necessary because it has stretched. So we're going to go at it and put this on right. Well, let's make sure, Marv. Yep, right there. Right there. And this, where's my bolt now? I just had it here. There it is. We're going to put the gasket back on the end of the bolt, and then we're going to snug it up on there and hope for the best. Shouldn't take long to get this back on the engine and some gas put in it, and test it. Okay, that's good. Let's get this little set screw out of here. I'm not sure how far that goes in, but we'll figure that out. It was screwed in really tight when I took it out. Normally set screws, you take it in till it stops. Don't force it, just take it in till it stops, and then out about 1.5 turns or so. There's, it stopped. It's 1 turn and a half a turn. Let's get a socket on here and put just a little tension on it. Not near what they had before. This is an overkill on wrench, but I'm not going to give it much. Okay, the next step is to see if we can't bolt it back onto the engine. Let's get over there. Carburetor goes just like this right here, and I think, yep, I see where that goes in. Okay, and then I see where that little spring gets attached, but let's get it over the nuts. Push this down a little, get it over the nuts. Ooh, I can't do that, there's not enough room. Okay, so that is like that, and then, okay, yep, it goes in there. That's on. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to get the little spring hooked on, and then that would go against that. This hose goes right there. And where does this hose go? I bet it goes into the air cleaner, and I do not have that. So, but what's this right here? Yep, see that flips right in there, so I know where that goes. And then that would tighten on. But I have to get this hose here over this, because that's where the gas goes in. Let me get some tools. I probably shouldn't have put that on until that hose was hooked up, so I'm going to unhook the throttle again. This time with the right tools. That should be fairly simple. Let's put this on. And now this. And 2 nuts. I gotta find out what size those are. I'm not sure if I got this on correctly or not, but I'm going to put it on like that, and we will tighten those up. This is a number 10 socket, I found out. Yep, that's a fuel shutoff and an on and off switch. Let's put some gas in it and see if this thing will actually run. Probably smoke like a sardine. I checked the oil in it, it's good. I don't think that's leaking out like a sieve. Okay, tells me there's something missing right there. Let's shut that up. Gas is running out right where that screw was. There's tight. It's not tight, but it's tight. That must be enough gas in there then. I'm gonna put just a little bit more in it, if I can. That's way enough to get it started. I know the gas valve is on because it was running out of the carburetor. Now, I think the button goes there. We'll choke it once. What the heck? I wasn't expecting that. You can still hear that engine running in the background. And I'm not sure what I did other than get the carburetor apart, fix that butterfly in there, and get the adjustment a little bit better. I guess you can say that engine is another one saved. It was headed towards the trash pile if I couldn't have gotten it to work. Anyway, that's what the individual that brought it in told me. He said if you can't fix it, just junk it. So I saved another engine, hopefully make a customer really happy. Share about what I've just done. I know it wasn't much, but my projects are more about the story behind a project and not necessarily the project themselves. This is just the media that I come to you to share lessons from what I've learned by working on things. And today's lesson is it doesn't matter how old it is or how young it is, a little bit of patience, a little bit of knowledge, you can bring something back to life. If you like videos like this, please share my channel. It helps and supports me. If you want to watch another video right now, grab one of these up here. I'm sure you would enjoy it. Can it be fixed? Sure it can. Can you fix it? You're darn right you can fix it. Until the next one.